Alrighty, you've been getting your butt kicked by boars in Windrose, so we're going to talk about how you can beat them. I know, we're going to talk about the basics. First things first, your health. Now, you only have 2 health bars to begin with at the start of the game, and that is going to pretty much get you 1 or 2 tapped by a pig. So, our most basic, fundamental way of fixing this is going to the cooking fire and building foods that can help with that. So, looking at the food menu, as you can see here, if we click boiled crab, you get a maximum health increase that lasts 15 minutes. It's very simple, very basic. Moving up to the bacon and eggs, you also get the health increase, but you get +5 vitality, so you get a little bit more. And going up to the spicy chicken with sweet potato, which you have to have a level 2 workstation for, you will get 30 minutes out of it and +10. So I'm going to run out and grab some bird meat real quick, and I'll show you the buff that it gives me. Whenever you don't want a dodo, there's absolutely loads piling around. Whenever you need one, they're not to be found. A key component of something we're going to be talking about in a moment as well involves these misty orchids which whistle and sing. You want to be collecting all of these if you ever see them. So keep an eye on my health bar up there. As you can see, I've got 4 points in vitality down here. My health bar looks like it's just a little bit over the second line. We're going to use the food, and now my vitality goes to 14. My health bar is now 1, 2, 3, over the 4th line just. So you always want to have your health bar increased, so always be making yourself have food available. Because we are it. You're pretty much going to get 1 or 2 tapped. Now there are other food buffs in here like agility. You need to make what you are using. So if you're using a sword that is very good with agility, you need to make that kind of food. If you're using a club, you need to use the strength kind of food. So you've got your health bar down. Now I wonder who the hell that was outside then. You've got your health bar down. Now you need to figure out how to stay alive during combat. You're going to need health potions. You need to make yourself an alchemy table. And then you need to make yourself clay bottles. These are the fundamentals. Clay can be found on the ground in nodes, I'll show you. If you're around the coastline, you'll find clay just like this, and all you need is the pickaxe and just start smashing it up basically. I'm all that clay because this is going to be the fundamentals for healing potions. Going back to the alchemy table, once you've got clay in hand, just spam all of them and create all the bottles that you can. Now this is going to leave you with a few options. So, the most basic healing potion, the minor one, which will give you 35% health, can be made from the alchemical base. To get that, you need to just use the clay bottles and the misty orchids that I was talking to you about earlier on. That's how you can create the most bog standard ones. However, there are 2 better ones. They are both healing potions. They require the alchemical base, like before with the flower. However, you will need 2 different items. That is the healing herbs. Now these can be found in ruins. Or you'll need undead essence, which comes off the drowned enemies. This restores 55% health. Same for the other one as well. So you want to be always making the alchemical bases. And then making as many of the other potions as you can. Any leftovers, maybe you can just make yourself some miners as well. So put your buff food on your bar. Put your potions on your bar. Next we're going to talk gear. Coming to the armor and clothing workshop bench, you're going to have basic gear here. Now I advise as you're starting out to get all this gear on, it will make a difference. And when you play through the story, you're going to find better gear as well. So like I've got 2 rare items here. However, watch for the defense. So that says 100 defense, that says 120. Now the survivor pants say 120 because on this bench here there is an upgrade menu. If you go on the upgrade menu, you can click the item and upgrade it. So if I give it 2 rough hide and 2 coarse fabric, I get 20 more defense, and it is a game changer, so I would advise upgrading your gear. Weapons, you want to craft the weaponsmith workbench, and on this workbench you're going to see a list of weapons. It is all down to personal preference. They have a rating. My advice would be to use the rapier of 1000 cuts. It does bleed damage, so you can stack 5 bleeds on them and just let them bleed out while you run away. Very easy to use. But like I say, they are all personal preference and what you want to do. So I'm going to show the rapier of 1000 cuts in action. They can be upgraded as well, just like the other one. What also helps when you do level up, you'll get these progression points. I do find putting vitality and endurance is quite paramount first. Endurance gives you more stamina, which helps with blocking and stuff, and vitality is health. So we have our piggies here. We've got a sow and a boar. The boar could be a bit tedious. What do we have over here as well? We're going to isolate this sow over here. So you want to try and get some slashes in, but always keep your block up. You got to time the block just right. And this is why the sword is really good. Because you can stack bleeds on them while you block. If they break your stamina, they are probably going to get a hit on you. But if you can time your blocks really well as well, you will get a parry off them. So let's try again. Come on. There you go. And then attack back. Try not to get too heavy-handed with it, because if you get too heavy-handed with it, it can punish you later on. It's all about taking your time with it, and try and not get overrun as well. And just like that, the pigs are no longer a threat. If you're feeling cheeky, you can put a couple of heavy attacks in there. But you will get locked into the animation, so watch out for that. Now, we're low on health, so just back up a little bit, and that's where you use your potions that you created earlier on. And then we come back in and carry on the fight. You've really got to watch the animations of who you're fighting. And if they've got a gun, don't block. Just hide and do something else. Alrighty, I found a charging boar here. You do have a dodge option, like so. Now, when they charge at you, they have a little red glimmer. And it creates a sound as well. That is the time you need to dodge. Just like that. And they'll stumble over, and that's where you can get a few jabs in. So watch again. Let's get into the open a little bit. Try and dodge to the side as well. Just like that. It's all about the timing. And then you want to parry away. Oh, he's really upset, but the bleed damage has killed him. You'll find a lot of enemies have that little red icon as well. I feel like that is the time you're supposed to dodge. So hopefully that helps you with your combat and not getting your ass kicked by the boars anymore. I've seen a lot of people struggling with it, and on my first day, they destroyed me and my friend. And I will see you on the next one. Any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will make videos and stuff and answer them to the best of my ability. Take care.